Hey guys, I'm back with another edited video, taking a break from the streams. This is I haven't didn't operator tier list yet, but here it is. This is end of Steel Wave operator tier list. So, introduction to the tiers. Must pick. You should definitely buy these operators if you don't have them already, or you should start maining them. OP, they're really good, but they're not as good as a must pick. Situational, they're good. That means that they're good in certain ways. Like they excel in different things. Bad, they're just bad. You could use them and master them if you want, but I wouldn't recommend using them. But you can if you want to. You can master them so you can be good with them. Good with them. Don't use them. It's self-explanatory. Just don't use them unless I don't know. I'll say unless if I put someone there. Ace. He is not a must pick, but he's OP. He's a really unique hard breacher because he can hold on. Sorry if I stutter a lot in this video. I don't know. It's just a weird habit of stuttering and um clear my throat. Ace. He's a really unique hard breacher, but kind of takes time to have a full crawl hole. Yeah, crawl hole. But another cool thing about him is that he can destroy deployable shields, which is really useful. Alibi, she is she's situational. She's really good. She's pretty good in casuals because in this in casuals or a newcomer, you have an alibi and you just if you just put a bunch of prismas by a window because it could trigger it and they can the the attackers can be detected by the prisma and stuff. You know that stuff. Because they just randomly just shoot through a wall because they think it's smart doing that. But if you have alibi, that's really good to do. Amaru, she's getting a buff next season. She can have the hard breaching, the secondary hard breaching device. But at this point now, I think she's just bad. I she wouldn't be the one of the last. She wouldn't be the last operator I buy, but I wouldn't buy her immediately. Ash, she's just OP. She's really good for new players, and I honestly think that she's a really good beginner. I said that twice. She's a good beginner operator. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Ash right now. Um, Bandit. Okay, he is OP too. I gotta say. Anyway, he's good. Because he could destroy drones if they go into his shocked barbed wire. It's pretty easy to trap their drones, attackers' drones in his car battery and come out with the barbed wire. Okay, Blackbeard's another situational operator because he's only really good for peeking windows because he has that rifle shield. Blitz, don't be that guy. Come on. At least buy Montaigne. Like speaking of Montaigne, I'm just gonna put him up. Where is he? There he is. I'm putting him up in OP. He's a really good shield operator. He's the best shield operator in my opinion. Now, Blitz. Let me get back to Blitz. Don't use him. He's aside from Fuse, which is his shield is operational or not operational, optional. Blitz aside from Fuse, Blitz is the worst shield operator. Clash. Speaking of Clash again, speaking of shield operator, she's just bad in my opinion. But Blitz is just don't use him at all. He's not good. His flash is annoying. The only really way to counter him is Warden and combined with a Nitro Cell. But I'm pretty sure Warden doesn't have a Nitro Cell. I forgot if he doesn't have a Nitro Cell or not. Buck, he is. I'll put him in OP. But OP. Actually, I'll just change it to not good. Pretty pretty good. God, good. Oh my god. And I spelled pretty wrong. Okay. Castle. Okay. Well, this is pretty hard to do. Honestly, everyone thinks Castle is bad. I think Castle is bad too, but the thing that benefits him is that he has a super shorty. But the only thing that holds him back again is the ump. The ump is by far, like, actually, no, the worst gun in the game. But honestly, I'd use it I'd use it over the shotgun if I had to use Castle or Pulse because it's it the ump it can be a good gun if you use it right. But if you're a if you're a new player, then don't use it. Don't use an ump character. But his barricades could be actually useful. I mean, my friends probably won't agree with me on this one, but he's not don't use them. He's just bad. Plus, he has a super shorty, which gives him good rotations. But not stupid. It's stupid that people are are um are using super shorty and the shotgun. I mean, either use the ump and the super shorty, or the shotgun and the pistol. Like, really? Like, those guys are dumb. Okay. Oops. Doc is pretty good. Doc is pretty good, and it's good. It's good that he can heal himself. But the only thing that's wrong is that every time there's a Doc on my team, unless he's my friend, he never heals anyone on his team. He just heals himself. Unless they're actually a nice person, and if they accidentally hit me, then they'll heal me. But that will never happen. Dokubi, she's bad. She can be good if you master her, but I just don't like her DMR, and her shotgun is already really bad. But it's good that she has the auto pistol, and the SMG-11 is also good too if you know how to control the recoil. Ella, she's situational. I mean I kind of main her, but her recoil is a little too much. I recently got Mozzie, and I just started main him. Anyway, Ella, her recoil is really hard to control and really hard to learn. So I really wouldn't recommend using her for new players. But if you main Ella and you like her and you know her recoil pattern, then you're pretty good. Plus she's a good roamer, and her Griswold mines are pretty cool. Finka, no, not don't use him. She's situational. I personally I don't think she'd be good in the in the higher ranks because I don't know. I just don't think she'd be good in higher ranks, and she's just overall she's a good idea, but I think they kind of just screwed her up, like how she's made. Not okay. Don't get the wrong idea, but like they kind of screwed up on her development. It was she didn't she just wasn't like made properly, if you get what I mean. Frost is pretty good. I'm saying this because that she's really good for new players, and and has good guns. But the only thing that holds her back is no, nothing really holds her back. But like your SMG has a really low rate of fire, lower than the ump. That's a pretty big thing to say. Her traps, having the idea of traps is really good too. It's pretty fun, and she's good for new players. She's good because they can learn how to set traps and stuff. I think she's good. Fuse, I'll put him in pretty good. This is based on my experience because every single time, almost every time I play Fuse and I get hostage, they always pick. Like if I get a Fuse, hold on, let me rethink that. Every time I play hostage, there's always this one Fuse. Every time I play, there's always some guy that picks Fuse that doesn't know how to use him at all, and just blows up the hostage and makes us lose for absolutely no reason. It's really the only why I'm putting him pretty good. His guns are really good, and I like how you have the option to have a shield. I just like that. Glass. I mean, he's the only other sniper. He's kind of like Warden, except he can't counter stuns. He's just a a worse Cali, I'd say. And I don't like how that the flip side is his gadget. I don't like how he just make his thing into a sniper. That's his gadget. That's one thing he can do. But I like how he can see through smoke. His thermal thing. Uh, but his sniper doesn't one shot, which is pretty annoying. But I think he's basically his sniper is basically the Dragonov of this game. It's not one shot, and it's just it's pretty bad. But if you're a fan of snipers and you can't grind for Cali yet, you should use him. I'm not saying you have to, but I'm not saying you do not at all. But if you're a fan of snipers and you don't have the time to grind for Cali, either buy her or buy Glass. Buy her R6 credits. Speaking of Cali, she is my friend uses him her a lot. I'd put her in pretty good. She has a really good SMG machine pistol thing that has a reflex sight built in, and that gun is pretty good. I like it. And she has the option of the C75 auto pistol, which is really good. And she has a full-on sniper. And also, she's kind of a remake of Thatcher, but she can actually break a castle's barricades one shot with her gadget. I'm pretty sure you didn't know that. Goyo, he's bad. uh, his his uh his deployable shield explosive thing is not good. I just don't like it. I mean, that's all. Actually, yeah, he's just bad. I mean, people may like his playstyle, but I don't like him. uh, Ayana. She's situational. If if you came to R6 because of Apex or not because of Apex, came from Apex and you're playing R6, she's really good. If you were a Mirage main, like she's basically a Mirage. I'll just say that. I never played that much Apex. I never used Mirage, but he seemed okay. But it's a lot harder to see if the Geminis are a decoy or if it's not. IQ, she is pretty good. The reason I put her in this is because she's a big help to teammates. Unless she doesn't give callouts, she doesn't give callouts. That's that's bad. She can detect every single electronic on the defenders. It's cool. She can detect cameras, shoot them down. She's really good to have on a team if you're if they can actually communicate with you. Jaeger, he's pretty good too. I wouldn't say he's a must pick, but he's pretty good. So if we came to COD Warzone, more specifically, because I don't think he used a trophy system in Modern Warfare. But Warzone trophy system, basically what he has, just destroys explosives, including stun grenades. Stuns, not smokes though. He destroys every single explosion except for stationary things like claymores and breach charge and stuff. Capcan, it's not a must pick, but I'd say it's pretty good. Capcan has very clean sights. Okay, so the Spetsnaz, they all have the best iron sights, except for Glass. He doesn't have like AR, but they all have really good iron sights. Not iron sights. I meant hollow the not hollows the sights, the optics. But the only optic that's really bad on the Spetsnaz is the ACOG. I don't like that one. Actually, they have it on the on Finka and Lion too. Speaking of Lion, here he is. Situational. Higher ranks, they would notice that his drone is up, and they would know what that is because I'm pretty sure this a Lion main tried to wreck noobs in casuals. Maestro, he's a must pick. First must pick of the entire tier list. I think he's really good for destroying drones, and that's his only purpose. I always see people trying to kill the attackers with his drone. It does barely any damage. Don't do that. It's pretty stupid to do that. And he has a good LMG too. LMG gun, doesn't matter what it is. Water. Maverick is pretty good. I'm saying that because his M4 really good, and he has the breaching torch. He doesn't have to make a full on like hole to walk, like a crawl hole, but he can make a tiny hole to peek through, which is pretty cool. That's really good for attackers, but also gives an advantage to the defenders too. But he's a good hard breacher. Not a technically he's technically not a hard breacher, but he's pretty good. He can melt through reinforced walls and make little peek holes, which is really cool. Malusi, I would say that she's pretty good. She has T5 SMG, which is one of the best SMGs in the game, and she has just I feel like a scarier barbed wire that covers a large amount of area. That's all I have to say about her, really. Mute is pretty good. I say that is because he's good for new players to use. His jammers are really cool, but they can be annoying if you're going against him. P5K is good too. Uh, that's it. Yeah, knock. I main knock, but and you'd expect me to put her at higher rank, but even though it's my opinion that she's a really good, honestly, for people, I think she's situational. She's situational, completely situational, because she's really used for close quarters combat. She has an SMG instead of AR as her primary because she's an attacker, but she has a deagle, which is pretty cool too. I don't think anyone expected her to have a deagle, but she does, and I think she's really good. She's kind of like a Caveira visual, but on attackers. So yeah, she's pretty good. Oryx. I know a lot of people say he's really good, but honestly, I feel like he's bad. My opinion, his his dash and his thing where you get to climb up hatches, it's not that impressive. I don't really like the idea of that. But I mean, he has MP5, which is okay, but I wouldn't say to not use him because some people like how he plays, and I guess he's okay, but I would use him. Pulse, I'd say he's a must pick. If you really like roaming, he's a must pick. Even he has a really good combo, the cardiac sensor or heartbeat sensor, most people call it, and that's what he calls it too, heartbeat. Uh, and he has the nitro cell. Nitrocell heartbeat plays are really good, but the only thing holding back is the ump. But honestly, it's a really good way to balance him. But he's still really really good. Like he's a must pick. Capital. Everyone knows that he's always situational. I would use his fire bolts to just block out doorways for the defenders to go through. That's really it. Kavera, she's also situational. I know a lot of people might disagree with that, but I don't. She wouldn't. I really imagine that she would, and I've seen a lot of people tell me that she's not good in higher ranks, and that's what I plan on doing, playing in ranked. She's not going to be a good choice. Plus, I already made Mozzie, so I just don't really like her. But her pistol is pretty good too. It's really good sounds. It's really good for a science pistol. Echo. Honestly, I would have to put him in pretty good. He gets banned a lot in the high ranks. I've been told, uh, but in casuals, he's just pretty good. Now, on a different hand, this is another story. His sonic boom is made to like concuss the other team, not break the drones. Unlike how maestros try to kill people, but Echo's made for concussing people, and he has a subsonic MP5. Well, that's what I call it because Call of Duty subsonic suppressor, integral suppressor. Anyway, yeah, Gridlock. She's situational, 100% situational. Her guns are pretty good, but her guns are not pretty good, but not the really good. And her trap, not her, yeah, her trap. They're good for making noise. They're good for distracting the other team. Like, if I were to say, like, if I were to just deploy it a random place, they think I'm right there trying to trap them. Then I'd come from behind them or something and get the kill. Habana, she's pretty good. Sorry, I'd say she's a really good hard breacher, but she's she's really made for like making peak holes, kind of like Maverick, but like slightly larger. Eh, she's still pretty good. I don't know how to explain her why she's good. Okay, Jackal, he's pretty good too. I say that because he is really good. He can track the enemy team, but oh, not but, and his weapons are really good too. I think his weapons and his ability is really good. He's pretty OP. But I don't actually no. He is a must pick. Honestly, he is a must pick. All right, Cade is situational, but on a different hand, I'd put Bandit. Oh, there's no Bandit. Oh, oh, there's Bandit. I got confused. I thought Bandit was down here. Anyway, Cade, he's a little bit worse than Bandit. He doesn't have the MP5. MP5. Cade is just he's another Bandit. His gadget is a little more unique. And he has I think yeah, he has an AUG. No, yeah. I just wouldn't use him over Bandit. Legion, pretty good. His goo mines are good to distract the other team because it gets stuck and it does damage and you have to take it out. To take time to take it out. Stuff pretty annoying. Mira, she's pretty good. Yeah, she's pretty good for a lot of things, and she's really just overall a good operator. She has a good gun. She has the uh Ita, I don't know how to pronounce it. Ita Junior, Ita, Ita Junior, and she can make rotates good and stuff. You know that stuff. Mozzie, now Mozzie, he is by far my favorite. Sorry for the pause. Mozzie, honestly, in my opinion, he is a must pick. He's really good for taking out the drones. He only has three pest launchers though, and he has really good guns. That's all I have to say about him. Nomad, she's pretty good. But and a strat, a strat is like you can maybe use your air jab and then teammate or her. I don't know if she has a claymore. I forgot. Her teammate or her has a claymore. Puts her over there, and Dwayne gets blasted into that claymore. Boom, he's dead. Ying, situational. I don't like her. She's a generic operator. That's really it. I just don't like her. Rook for okay. I'm striking this on different levels, but don't get mad at me. He's a must pick for beginners. He's really good at supporting his team with the armor plates, and he has good guns in his MP5 ACOG in the P90 ACOG. And it's really cool. He's really cool, and he also has proximity alarms, which is cool in the barbed wire. Yeah, he's really good, pretty good. Sledge. Now Sledge, he's good. If oh, oops, he's I say he's must pick for Okay, now hear me out. Jackal and Sledge are must picks for beginners, and also Rook. Actually, let me bump up Frost. No, actually, no, not Frost. Honestly, she's good for defenders. Not too good. They're really good for defending. I like them. Smoke. He's situational. I used to use him a lot because he has the same gun as Knock, and he's just overall a good operator if you know how to use him right. That's why he's situational. Tachanka, don't use him. The only reason why I shouldn't use him is because he's just a worse Capcan with the same exact guns. he's worse than Capcan. He's a worse gadget, but he's basically Capcan with because he has the same exact guns. Thatcher, must pick. At the moment, he is a must pick right now, but when he gets that big nerf, I'm gonna bump him down to I don't know. I'm gonna bump him down. Either situational or pretty good. Not bad. He's not bad. Once the nerf happens. Thermite, he's a must pick for attackers because the beginners have to learn the basics of hard breaching, and I don't think any of the other hard breachers are pretty are uh do will be down for the job to teach a noob how to hard breach. Thermite is better for hard breaching for beginners. Not saying that he's the best hard breacher, but he's the most generic hard breacher that anyone could ever have. Twitch, she's pretty good. Only reason why is because one, her drone can't jump. Two, people keep on using her drone to try and kill the other team, which is pretty dumb because it only does 5 damage and she only has 3 charges, and you have to wait so long for it all to charge back up. And her F2, reason I'm putting her is pretty good is because her F2 is really good. Valkyrie. Valkyrie, she's pretty good. You really need that intel. You need the cameras, 3 cameras. You need all the intel. You need all the intel you can get to see from the attackers. Know where they are, know who they are, and all that stuff. Vigil, must pick. He is by far, I think, the best roamer. Up there with Pulse. I think Pulse is a tier down from not a tier down, but he's a little. Pulse is a little bit worse than Vigil at roaming. Vigil, He's good at roaming early game because his invisibility to cameras. So yeah, so I think. Well, he's just another Jaeger. Now, why he's I think why he's better is because he just has a magnet that sucks in the thing, and he can make the guy kill himself because of that. Like he places it right at the window, and he could just explode it. Not at the window or whatever, wherever the opening that he threw it at. He could possibly explode it because some guy just, you know, blatantly uh goes into their room knowing without knowing that the Wamai is there and can explode him. Warden, I don't say don't use him. I just think he's meh. He's bad. No, he's situational. He can be good at times where there's a Ying spamming her candelas, or someone spamming their smokes. You can see through that, which is pretty good. That's one thing I need to say about him. Sophia, she is also she's pretty good, honestly. She's just another Ash with Grismont grenades, not mines, Grismont grenades. Uh, and she can withstand, which is pretty cool. Nice added feature. But yeah, that's it. That's my entire uh Room 6 Siege operator tier list. And thanks guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, next one will be probably be for the next season. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.